Hello guys, welcome back to episode 4 of Cmake. So I hope you enjoyed the previous videos. In the previous videos, I have shared the information about configuring the Cmake on Linux and Windows, and I have given a bit introduction how what is Cmake is. So in this video, I will be telling you about the build process of Cmake. So let's start and see how the build process of Cmake is. So let's get started.
So guys, let's start with the build process of Cmake list, how Cmake lists work, and how the build process is in Cmake, and how everything goes under the roof. So cmake list.txt is the simple txt file in which we just write our statements related to how the build process will like how the build process works. So in cmakelist.txt you just write some lines in plain English, like what the project name is, what the source directory is, where your code files are placed. So it's this cmakelist.txt is present in the root directory. We write the cmakelist.txt in the root directory and place it there. So when you start the cmake binary, it will start reading from the cmake list.txt and start generating some internal files, which you can see here in this diagram, that cmake cache.txt and cmake files. We will more dive in the future videos what the cmake cache is, what the cmake files are, because every time when you generate a new build, or you run the cmake and give the uh, like path of that folder, then the cmake cache is just updated. And if you don't do that, then what impact are on the cmake cache are, and like I will telling you about in the future videos. So when you run the cmake binary, which take the cmake list.txt, so it generates some target projects. So initially we just focused on makefile. Makefile is generated for the Linux based projects. MS Visual Studio is generated for the Windows based projects, and there are other Eclipse, Kdevelop and other target projects are, but in initially we just focused on Windows and Linux. So target projects are generated, and in we can say in Linux it just generate the executable for you, and with the makefile just you can just run the build command with cmake and it will generate executable file for you. But in the Visual Studio it will generate a whole solution file for the Visual Studio, in which you can start that's open that solution file in the Visual Studio and start building it from there. So that's all about the build process.
I hope you guys enjoyed this episode 4 of Cmake build process. So subscribe this channel, and let's meet you guys in the next video with the uh, with the cmake source file, how cmake source file looks like, and how we will write a source file of cmake, so it can so we can build our programs using cmake. So thank you guys, subscribe my channel.